Most people think that braces is just about their looks. But what if I told you that it can actually affect your health, can affect your confidence, and can also affect your future? If you are that type of person that whenever you are in a social environment and you hide your smile when it's time to take pictures, not very confident, then this video is for you. No later than this week, there was a patient that was on my chair and she said, I am so self-conscious about my smile. And many people are like that. You have the patients who are conscious or self-conscious, or you have the other type of people who are not happy about the fact that they have so many gaps, between their teeth. And so there's a solution for that. And one of the solutions is actually orthodontic treatment. What is orthodontic treatment? Orthodontic treatment is treatment where a doctor would put a device in your teeth. There's different types, but the device is aiming at actually realigning your teeth. So if you have spaces, it's going to close out the space. If they are all together, no, they are misaligned, they're crooked, then in that case, it's going to shift the teeth actually around. And you know what? It's so funny because I am going to read this one Bible verse that is talking about teeth, and it's in Songs of Solomon 4:2. And it says, your teeth like new shorn sheep that have just come up from being washed. Each of them is matched and none of them is missing. And it's so interesting because this is actually talking about, our health. So when it says, that they like a flock of sheep. So a flock is like a group, of sheep. And that's like our teeth. We have so many of them. And then it says they just came from being washed. So that's talking about actually oral hygiene, they're not dirty, they're clean. So it's important for us to clean our teeth every time, 2 times a day, and also floss your teeth. That, is what oral hygiene consists of, like the major part of it. And then each one of them is matched because, for every teeth that we have on the right side, and we also have the matching teeth on the left side. And then it says that none of them are lacking their twins. In other verses, it says none of them are barren. So you don't have any missing teeth, right? And I thought that was very interesting. But anyway, it's talking about teeth, right? And so it's important. And that was talking about, is this man that was talking about his beloved's, smile and just describing it. And we want to have that kind of smile, right? Where everything is well cleaned, everything is well aligned and all of that. And as I said in the introduction of this message, it's not just about the looks, What are some of the disadvantage of not having well-aligned teeth is that when your teeth are crooked, you're not able to clean them very well, right? So it's very difficult for you to actually floss between them. And so you can end up having food trap, and that is going to lead to inflammation. And so you can develop gum disease when your teeth are not well aligned. Another thing is also when your teeth are crooked, you can also develop cavities. Why? Because your teeth are so tight and the food gets stuck in there. And so now bacteria are going to go and eat them and produce acid that's going to create cavities. And so that can also happen when you have crooked teeth. And another problem that can arise from having crooked teeth is that you can end up having jaw pain, right? And so it's difficult for you to bite. You can have soreness on your TMJ areas and all of that, which is that junction right here. So when you eat, or even when you speak, it can start hurting. And that can also occur from having misaligned teeth. You can also have some speech problems, right? Where some words may be difficult to pronounce. So orthodontic treatment will be beneficial for all those kinds of problems. But beyond that, even your confidence can be affected. Your confidence can be affected to where, you want to kind of like shy away from public events or even at work. I've had so many patients coming in like, I gotta be seen, because I don't like my smile. I want to get a new job and I'm not confident. And so that can affect, your life. It can affect your actually mental health as well, right? I remember there was like this one picture that was floating around on social media, and it was the image of a man that was lacking an eyebrow and also was missing a tooth. And guess what? What most people could see was the tooth. They couldn't even see the eyebrow until, somebody said something about it. And so most of the time when we speak, people would see your smile before they even see anything else. And you deserve to actually have a wonderful smile that you can share with people, right? You don't need to be shying away from situations or creating impact in your life because you don't like the way that your teeth are looking. That's not something that you want to go through, especially when there's solutions for that. Okay. So yes, there are many people who think that, orthodontic treatment is only for children. I'm too old. And so, I'm too old to have braces. No, there's no such thing, right? Children can benefit from orthodontic treatment. Teenagers can benefit from orthodontic treatment. Adults also can benefit from orthodontic treatment. I remember when I was going through my own treatment, there was this one lady who was actually at the school that I went to pursue dentistry. And there was an older lady that was in her 70s and she was getting braces. So you're not too old, you're not too old to invest in yourself. You're not too old, for you to actually address, your needs, especially when it's going to help you, benefit, for the future. Okay. So no, you're not too old. There is actually hope for you. Now there's many different type of ways, to conduct orthodontic treatment. Some people don't really like, having these braces on their teeth because they feel like, it's too visible. There are also other options. You can go with the clear aligner route. And so over the years, they have improved a lot to where, you're just placing these trays on your teeth. They look clear. So most people don't know that you're actually undergoing treatment. So that's available to you as well. So if you don't want, to look like you have braces, you don't have to look like you're having braces and still, benefit from the treatment. Okay. So now some people may think, you know what, orthodontic treatment is so expensive. And yes, it's an investment, but it's an investment into yourself. It's an investment for your own health. It's an investment towards your confidence. As I said, it's an investment towards your future. It can prevent you from spending so much more in the future as well. Because if you start developing problems such as TMJ problems, those are very costly to fix as well, right? So for the future. So see it as an investment towards your own life, an investment towards yourself. You work hard and you deserve to improve also your quality of life, improve, have your mental health not being affected. You deserve to strive. You deserve to give yourself a shot. Okay. And the good thing is that many times there are payment plans, right? You don't have to spend the whole amount all at once. When you want to pursue or have orthodontic treatment for yourself, you can actually break it up in different plans. So what it looks like is that you will go to the dentist and you will talk to them about all your pain points, the things that you want to see. And you and your doctor will actually devise a plan. If you come to our office, Healing Wings Dental, then we will be able to start with a consultation. Okay. So we're going to make sure that everything is looked at. We're going to look at your x-rays. We're going to make sure, that you're a good candidate. And then we're going to devise a plan and, we're going to come up to actually doing the treatment. I've seen so many people as a dentist that have benefited from orthodontic treatment to where their lives were transformed. Okay. And so, like we said earlier, if you are that person who shies away or that person that, may end up having difficulties chewing or even pain on your jaws, come for a consultation. We would love to see you. Okay. Our office is located at 4101 West Green Oaks Boulevard, Suite number 317, and that's in Arlington, Texas, in the big DFW area. We would absolutely love to see you. We are able to see you in a timely manner, and it would be our pleasure to become part of your journey towards restoring your smile. Talking about myself, I went through orthodontic treatment. I actually went through orthodontic treatment twice because, the first time I was ill-advised. I guess it was a misunderstanding, but I did not wear retainers. And so I had to go through the process again. But we will direct you so that you don't have to make that costly mistake. Okay. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Until we meet again, you be blessed. Don't hesitate to give us a call at 972-213-0202. Come see us. We would love to work with you toward restoring your smile.